I am from Iraq. I've lived through wars, invasions, ISIS, and saw death so many times we became pals. AMA. So hello there. I noticed that there aren't a lot of my fellow Arabs here on Reddit, let alone Iraqi people. So I thought I'd post. I am a 21M college student, studying architecture. And I'm a huge film/movie head. My childhood was filled with the joys of what I mentioned above. Which is why I got tough skin. Which is why almost everyone in Iraq has tough skin. So please don't be shy. You can ask it all. I'd be delighted to answer whether it's here or on private. As long as this post is up. Don't be afraid to ask anything. Undefined. To end undefined. And then woke up to a million more. I'm so grateful and thankful for your guys' support and the rewards too you shouldn't have. You guys rock. I will answer them all now. 3 undefined. 4th undefined. Closest death experience. I'd say either being 3 feet away from stepping on a mine. Or being 30-50 feet away from a suicide bomber. How was your life before the war? Pretty amazing. We were a very high-class family. Rich, if I might say. And all from hard work from my father, God bless him. So I had everything. I was very fortunate. Reading all this brings back bad memories. Nowhere near yours, but I was in Lebanon in 2006 when the war started as a 5-year-old. Scariest time of my life. Bombs dropping overhead. Hiding in a bunker where Israeli troops were banging on the door for hours upon hours. Watching my mom cry on the way to Syria/Palestine. Can't remember where we fled to, maybe even Jordan. Was devastating. I don't have a question. Just wanna relate with you, man. INSHALA you and your family stay safe, brother. It's comforting in a way. I don't wish all of this to anyone, but hey, it makes me feel like I'm not alone. INSHALA you and your family live a long and prosperous life, my brother. How's it like right now during the pandemic? I know it's pretty bad in Lebanon. I'm in Canada with COVID on top of all the corruption in the government and our president giving a whore a couple $1 million. Oh yeah, one of my close friends is in Lebanon. She tells me about all the horrible things there. I'm sorry for y'all. But welp, I can say the same here. We officially declared bankruptcy. Do you plan on staying there after you graduate? Not really, but that's not something I can have a say in. My passport is the worst in the world. So getting a visa to a first world country is near impossible. I have an Iraqi friend from graduate school in France. Might be easier than you think. Oh, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of Iraqi people out there. But most of them went in a bit of an illegal manner. And if not, then they either have a lot of money, or are not Muslim like myself. If you were to travel to the U.S., what would be at the top of your list of places to visit? Definitely New York. Just for the architecture there. It's fascinating to me. Other than that, Phoenix, Arizona. Because my best friend lives there. What is your opinion on the United States military presence in Iraq? And how were you treated by them if you had any contact with them? What was day-to-day life like during ISIS rule? Are you hopeful for the future of Iraq? Why or why not? Do you dislike/hate America? As an Iraq veteran, do you think we caused the ISIS invasion? I served in Balad and apologize for any mistreatment from American troops. Why he U.S. Air Force cared. What do you think about Israel? Hello there. I've lived the same life as you. From living under the horror of Saddam to the American invasion, and from that to the conflict between Sunni and Shia during the times 2005 to 2009. To the suicide bombing that destroyed Baghdad, and living under the fear of ISIS taking over and killing so many people, as if we haven't lost so many already. So many horrible events happened here that I can write up an entire book about it, which I'm sure it already exists, which leads us to the present time where the presence of ISIS is getting stronger and a civil war might be on its way. Your friend from Iraq. What's the craziest thing you witnessed? I'm so sorry for what Bush did to Iraq. What's your favorite building? What's your favorite American food? A few questions. 1. What do you think was the real reason for Iraqi invasion by the US and West? Oil. US hegemony. Or American Jewish neocons that wanted to weaken states surrounding Israel? 2. Did anything get better after the US-led invasion? Or was it overall better during the Saddam Hussein era? 3. How do you feel about the future in Iraq and surrounding countries e.g. Syria? 4. Are you Sunni or Shia? What do you think of Iran's meddling in Iraqi politics? Given the amount of death and destruction you have seen, what are your feelings about your and all of ours impending death and mortality in general? I want to tell you, as a Jew, I am here for you. Hello from Lebanon. Is it safe to travel in Iraq now? Hi. Thanks for doing this. Your empathy and resilience are inspiring, and you seem like a fun and thoughtful person. I'll pile on and also apologize for what the US, my country, did. Like others have said, I sincerely appreciate and admire that you can separate our government from us as people. My question: what is the most popular Iraqi dish? Your favorite dish? If a vegetarian were visiting Iraq, how hard would it be for her to find non-meat meals? Have an awesome day. What was the driving point for you and your family to stay during all of that? I've read articles and watched documentaries about people fleeing in those desperate times, and I'm curious if there was any particular reason for your family to stay. Good luck in university. Sending good vibes. What's your favorite thing about Iraq? I'm so sorry for what the country I live in did to you, your friends, family, and your country. Is what they say about the treatment of women in Iraq true, aka lack of rights, rape, and kidnapping / what is your opinion on the treatment of women in Iraq? Are you happy the 2003 Iraq invasion happened and Saddam was overthrown? I know Iraq is back to square one. But right now you guys can progress, right? What do you think? What's your fave piece of architecture? What kind of music do you like? Was music listened to or practiced during the wars / ISIS rule? Did it change? Or have to be secret? Do you like traditional Iraqi music? Like Munir Bashir? Do you recommend any others? Thank you. Hey man. I'm from the US, but I spent many years living in Saudi Arabia, where I was given a first-story perspective of the horrible things America / Iran / Israel / ISIS / Saudi Arabia did to you. I hope you are doing fine now. What city are you in now? And if you don't mind me asking, are you Sunni or Shia? I agree that they just cause division amongst Muslims, but they are very different. When do you think it will be safe for Iraqis to return and for Westerners to visit your beautiful country and the antiquities? You're studying architecture. That's amazing. Keep at it, OP. I'm an architect. I have no questions, just commend you on your moving forward stance. A few questions. Opinions on Trump and Biden? What do you think your country would be like if Saddam or ISIS had complete power? Your honest opinion on September 11th. Thanks in advance. Do you think Israel and Iran can cooperate one day and not be at war or something of war? I'm from Israel and I really hope you don't hate me for it. I'm truly sorry for all that's happening. I am from Germany. We are a bit proud that when Bush went, like, you are either with us or against us. The German chancellor at that time was like, well, we are not with you in this one. Was that by then, or is it in hindsight now? In any way recognized in your country? We are a Western country and a NATO ally of the USA. But refused to join them in the Iraq invasion. Does any of that have any weight? Or is there maybe no sentiment whatsoever towards us because we just aren't important? What do you and people in Iraq think about Germany? Do you play Grand Theft Auto online? I used to on PS4.